Still mess with our phones. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we're live. Grand Rising, beautiful, melanated, original, whatever you respectfully call yourself, people. We have the nation in the house. All of us are here. It's been a rough month with us coming together, but we here. Shout out to Mind Games Uncut,
What's up? What's up?
Kathy B, and
Hey,
Black Love, Lynn.
How are you guys?
Yeah.
People already in here.
That's what's up.
Yes.
Say you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
disappeared.
Put the hive together and then the one in the black. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, it's we talking about this new year and you know, what black people, what we getting? Is it gonna be a happy New Year's? I mean, what we gonna be happy about this year?
Oh, the
So
same
hold
old
tight.
ish.
Nope.
Warning: the following program contains strong black first opinion about mature and strong subject matter that affects black America and the diaspora as a whole. Listen at your own risk, you sissies.
Grand Rising All. You are listening to the one and only Be One or None. Good morning from Africatown, Los Angeles.
Woo!
What
Yes,
they
we
do?
are back.
We are here.
So let's get the question. You know, it's been a year. We don't hear nothing from Kamala. We don't hear nothing from the Democrats. We don't hear nothing from nobody. No more.
Hey, Lynn, mute your mic because you hear reverb in the back.
Yeah, I hear re.
Yeah, mute your mic. If I mute your mic, yeah, too. So yeah.
So we don't hear nothing. Um, they pandered to us for the votes. They gave all our reparations to the immigrants. They giving our jobs. You know, with the new Elon Musk and Vivek, mad with them because now they made a statement about bringing in more workers with the HB1 visas and basically calling white people lazy because they saying that there's nobody in America that basically can fill those positions because we have a culture of let's party, let's do everything but get text. And like someone said, how come you can't get text from your own country? Why we have to bring in immigrants legally, those, and some is illegal, but bring them in to fill jobs when we Americans, black and white, but you know, black people, we at the bottom of the totem pole struggling for jobs, and they won't give education, they won't do nothing. So basically, instead of shipping jobs overseas, they're bringing overseas here. What y'all gotta say about that?
They're crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Then you got the MAGA crowd getting into it with some of the other MAGA people, and it's a lot going on. Yes, it's like I said, hashtag let Rome fall. We still not gonna get off of that because this whole system we just hit the reset button. What's going on, Ronald? Yeah, we just hit the reset button. I was on TikTok and I saw a sister. She was talking about it's time for black people this and that. Playing a lot of music, getting riled up. I'm like, what's the solution? We in the UAOA, we about solutions. I think we should need to focus 2025 on solutions, black people, and don't get caught up in all this propaganda with Kamala, the Republicans, the vote blue no matter who, and all them. I think we just need to focus on ourselves and get the young kids' mind right because we keep going back to about the same thing over and over, back and forth every year. You know what I'm saying? Like a New Year's resolution. Some you'll start for about 2 or 3 weeks to a month, and then you'll fall off. We got to be consistent as a people, and we got to focus on getting our stuff together ASAP. I let my plane.
Are you for
We
real? Like,
apparently can't get ourselves together because people are mad that we said we don't want to be bothered with anybody else. So we damned if we do, damned if we don't. But yeah, our solution is separation. We just need more people with money to make that happen. We need to separate to
Yeah,
keep
I'm
our
all for it.
sanity.
You gotta get black people consistent though. It's easy said than done. You gotta get people because we
Mm-hmm.
don't even have a foundation. So yeah, we just
That's what
and
we're trying to build is a foundation.
exactly. And we need to stop focusing on the past so much. We need to worry about the future. The master teachers already taught us everything we need to know. We can't keep quoting stuff from them. I'm past that now.
Exactly.
I'm worried about what we doing now because the master teachers and the ancestors already set the foundation, the blueprint for us, and then it's time for us to go forward so we can leave the blueprint behind for our kids and the rest of our people. Mhm.
I like what Ronald said, and on that note, that brings me to why we need to get some legislation passed concerning hate crimes against black people, and we need to be able to discuss why they don't sign legislation. Um, that's something to think about because when we say that we need to change, we need to separate. Yeah, we need to separate, and we when we say we need to separate, we really got to look at what we are saying. We need a place where we can heal, and we need to separate from the rigor, the hustle and bustle. But at the
Facts.
same time, it's like we need to separate to have our own spaces because we are separated into spaces where these so-called black communities are filled with Asian shops and businesses, Indian shops and businesses, and white businesses. So they already have us separated. Is that we need to come together and have a space where we can do business among each other and other people do business with us. And that's the problem is that we were left out. We are kind of like black people in America is kind of like they did Hades. The Haitians were separated from being able to make money, and then everybody comes in and steals all their resources and it keeps them poor. So we are separated when you look at it, but where do we get together and get legislation passed like Ronald said against hate crimes? Where do we have legislation passed where we know that systemically they have kept us behind because we get ready to go in 2025, and like you said, mind games, we've been saying the same thing. So, what is the foundation? Because as UEOA, we were trying to be a foundation where we all come together and put our heads together. But it seems like black people, we have our own problems with each other, and we won't set aside our own differences with each other to get something done. We're arguing about Democrats and Republicans, and then the same people who argue that we should go Democrat, vote blue no matter who, now you don't hear nothing from them. You don't hear nothing from Kamala.
Exactly.
You hear nothing from Obama, just like he was silent up until the election. You hear nothing from these black people. Where's all the black people that raised all the millions of dollars? Why can't we come together and raise millions of dollars for STEM education and work studies and something so that black people can compete in the job market and so that we can start having our own manufacturing companies. Name a black manufacturing company where we hire
Exactly.
other people.
Exactly. Maybe I think the black laundry detergent company, what's that is True. They're about the only one I know of. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
you
enough.
got True, and you
Yeah,
also have
yeah, black
there's
people
another
shop.
one.
Yeah,
Oh
Warner Brothers
gosh,
here in Atlanta and stuff. But yeah, it's not enough of us to really put a dent in anything.
Exactly.
right? It's
For
not.
real. Yeah.
When with the black manufactured company, do they do or is it owned by black people or do they just
It's
you
on my
know
black people. Yeah.
and then like who produces the products that they manufacture?
Yeah, that part. I think I don't know for sure. Don't get me lying. They might.
We need so much education. We need education. We need laws passed. If get past the hate, okay, these people don't want to pay pass a hate crime bill because everything will be put in everybody that claim they're black, then they'll leech on to it. So they make sure that even with calling ourselves black, that's why this time I put true melanated melanin people, because we got everybody that's jumping on our backs on top of us. It's like, hey, we black people, just imagine us. We standing there and we like, hey, y'all been doing this, we need this. And then next thing you know, the people of color come jump on our heads and backs like, yeah, as soon as they giving out something. Then they go with the HB1s and they come in here because some of these HB1s, they're black. Some of these immigrants are black. They don't come over here to blend in with the black neighborhood. They come over here to get the money and take it back to their country or build a better place. So it's like everybody ignores the cries of Black Americans. So we need legislation passed where they funnel money into giving STEM and education and work study and things to our people. We need land set aside where we can build true Black schools. Bump them historical Black colleges, because historical Black colleges are filled with white people and everybody else. And then on top of it, what is historical Black colleges doing for Black people? Where do you know, what are they teaching Black people what Black people need to know? Or are they using the same curriculum as the white colleges?
That's a good question. But the HB ones, the new ones that they're trying to do, these people are just trying to find new ways to make slaves. They need to stop it. Both of those, well, Vivek was born here, but that man needs to be deported. Elon Musk, get him out of here.
Well, it's not
Elon Musk will be
he
the
can't be
president now.
deported.
They saying he's the new president.
Well, they saying
What's
it.
up, Broken
Let
Tradition?
me go with Broken Tradition. Said Garner is based in Maryland and he makes his own products in his own warehouse.
Cool. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
we need a list. We need a
Yeah.
true list of Black products that we can support. But then we got a lot of Black people that's Garner. Even though, now the thing is, even though we got Black people that have businesses and stuff, most of these Black people blow their money living white too. So it's not
Right.
just even about Black people. When are we gonna like, do we have Black people that's talking the talk that we're talking? Because you notice, like, back to the Democrats, they never pull true Black people to support them. Like right now, Black
Yeah.
people are complaining that they were mistreated under Kamala and Biden, and when they was trying to give advice or really being by Kamala's side, she ignored them. Her managers and her campaign managers were Asian and white.
Yep. And you know what? You heard about how a lot of they was giving a lot of money to a lot of these white firms. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even
Yes,
give them black
yes.
firms. So she pimped the Black community pretty much. And then you up not even talk about the mismanaging that 1.5 billion plus 2.5. They said actually was 2.5 billion because the
Yep.
Asian woman who said they kind of screwed it up. She said that all the donors want to know where their money at. She would never ever get no kind of back. She's trying to run for governor of California. I don't think that's gonna happen. What Broken Tradition said, Sarah Ferry is
He
another Black
said,
company.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
Savior
Sarah
Fair
Ferry.
is another Black company that makes
Mhm.
his products by hand in his lab in
Atlanta.
Atlanta. That's
Yeah,
something
it's
we
a
need
lot
to
of
know.
it's a lot of it's a
Shout
lot
out
of
to Broken Traditions.
yeah. Shout out to the brother.
That's
It's
the
a couple
stuff
of
we need to
hey
know.
hey Broken Tradition. It ain't true. Laundry detergent here in Atlanta too. I think it's in Atlanta too. I believe. I think
Yeah, it is. I use them. It
okay,
is.
yeah, we use it too. Yeah. So yeah, yeah. Just like I said, we need to get a
Yeah.
list and put it on the website. We
We
get a
need a
list and
Black
we
Walmart. We got the Black TikTok. How come when we do TikTok and all this, even though a lot of Black people are getting rich, we promote everybody else's products. We don't even know what we have. That's
what's
the
the
problem.
what's the new app they got? A lot of people leaving Twitter, well, X, and going to what's the name of what tradition? You probably know what I'm talking about. But I heard fan base talking about it. Yeah, fan base they still doing their thing. It's just Isaac just so much of a damn Democrat, man. That's why a lot of black people pull away from him.
Yeah, I
But
mean, it's like that's what I was saying. Even though we got Black people, we need Black people that talk the talk like us. That okay, you could be Democrat and Republican, we don't care. Are you going to pass policies? That's we need to start thinking about ourselves. Ronald said they got NFL players going over to Ghana to have camps. You think whites are not behind it, so they want the NFL
oh
full of
yeah,
Africans? Yes, that's because they tell us we're from Africa. Okay, that is maybe the origin, but we live here. The kids in America need help. You they trick our Black people to send our money to a whole nother country while our kids are laying dead and dying and uneducated and can't compete in their own country in America. But we watch Millionaires. It's another programming that you for somehow you want to pat on the back because you built a school in Africa. Africa has hundreds and hundreds of Black presidents and leaders. We can barely get one over
facts,
here.
facts.
Africa need to be helping Americans just like Americans help Africa. And that's my problem with the thing. It's a trick for us to funnel our money out the community more. because you'll look at these rich black people, and that's what I was saying about these corporations and stuff. They rich black people, these corporations, but are you thinking about the black people that you want to buy your products from here in America? Because everybody gets the black dollars, but they forget about the black people, and then they go marry white, or they go out here and they uplift the white community. I have nothing against interracial dating, but come
Mhm.
on, most of these black people think that it's a prize when you
Yeah,
get rich. Look at what's going on with
in the
what is
NFL.
what is the
Yeah.
what's his name? The one that just got the Heisman Trophy. Is it the Heisman
Oh,
Trophy?
Travis Hunter, yeah, and then not
Yeah,
just
he's
him. You
being
had
stupid
yesterday.
over a
Mhm.
non-black woman who's obviously don't like him, but she wants
No,
his money.
exactly.
That's the problem, and everybody like,
She
oh,
let-
leave these people alone, blah blah blah. It ain't people. They want us to ignore color while we're the only ones being attacked because of our color or our money.
Exactly. Then they showing. Like I say, each his own. Do what you do, but like Sunday night, see, after the Falcons played Washington, they showed one of the Washington players. He run out to the out, out to the not bleachers, but the seats. And his white wife, she, he picked her out the crowd and he proposed to her. Then they showed Saquon Barkley, the running back from Philadelphia Eagles. He bring his white wife out. It's like they doing this intentionally. Like, see, it's no racism. It's love. We love. See, people don't fail to realize these white schools like UGA, Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan, all these white schools, they push those white girls on these brothers. That's why you see a lot of them marry these white women, because Russell Wilson, he got out of it. He was with a white. I think his first wife was white, but she was with him in college, and he broke away, and he was Sierra. Some of them break out that spell, but yeah, it's like it's a propaganda. They're pushing the interracial thing too heavy. Like I said, I got interracial family members, but I'm just saying it's like they're doing it too much to make it seem like, oh, this ain't going on. Like I said, I'm not gonna blame these people. I'm not doing this no more, like blaming white people for everything. That's crazy, because a lot of stuff we
No,
can do
it's
for
time.
ourselves.
This
Yeah,
2025. It's
yeah, we
time
ain't
to
doing
start checking ourselves. It's time to hold a mirror up to the
it.
black community.
And stop
Look
playing the
at what the
victim.
hell y'all doing.
Exactly, because we, like, good example. Like I said, in the community, we clean up. We trash the area. It don't matter if you don't own it. You live over there, so it's like, why are you doing that? Like, even the kids, they like the kids we have out there. They like, why we do this? Like, and it's kind of hard to explain to them. But yeah, that's stuff we can do ourselves. We can take responsibility and be accountable for taking care of our own. Not really say communities, but the areas we live in. I let my plane.
I see that Broken Tradition said Ronald is right. The NBA did the same thing with Africa. Name a new Black American superstar in the NBA besides Anthony Edwards. And then I want to go
Facts.
with Broken Tradition say I spoke to a college recruiter and he said the alumni pushed their white daughter on superstar athletes. Yes, because they want to. White people are not stupid. They want to. They know about generational wealth and they know why they're pushing it. And it seems like black people feel like the only way to be rich is to attach themselves to whiteness. And that's why when they get rich, they feel like the trophy is somebody white. And now you got people like Serena Williams. Where is our black athlete? Where's our black tennis player? Where's the one you was called
Yeah.
all kinds of names? All the racial stuff you went through on the court. No, you're not going to blame every white person, but you say that the black men you dated, all these black men, they did you wrong, but now you with a white man and everybody like she happy. How you happy when you feel like you gotta change you can't even look in the mirror and be yourself like you was with them black men, because now you feel like when you look in the mirror you got to see a white woman and stand next to it. They was showing the picture of Eve. I meant to pull it up, the rapper from Rough
Oh
Riders,
yeah. Oh yeah.
at the
Yeah.
table, and
Yeah.
she's with
She
all the
she
white people and they
she
talking about
like
she happy. How is that happy
She,
when you
she
can't
like she
even
like
be
Kamala
yourself?
Harris when they show her when they had some kind of holiday feast, and she was the only so-called woman of color at the table, and them people, you telling people won't vibe with her like that.
Yeah, it's like black people you can find they, and then they were saying, well, you can't deny love. That's because most black men who get wealthy look over black women because you feel like white women have what it takes when white women have a history of putting people down. That's why they got the whole nickname Karen, but somehow black women are supposed to be the angry people on the angry
True,
female species on
true.
the earth. When we ain't never caused nobody to get lynched. We ain't never sit out here and hated people. We invite everybody in. Hell, black women breastfed the world. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like we black people need to stop thinking it's a trophy. And then most of the time when we go to so-called nice places and nice schools, it's most of us is surrounded by white people. So if you had the same amount of white people as black people, you might not have dated that white woman or that white man. But to me, Serena Williams is just it makes no sense.
Mhm.
It's like you left black men because of whatever, but yet you got with a white man. Yeah, what how he treats you. Obviously, he said something about you, or you feel a certain way where you have to change the way you look. Now you don't even look like your family. That it blends in with the kids. Now you want to match your daughter. We got black people mixing their kids. It's no problem. Hear me out. I'll have no problem with interracial dating. But at the end of the day, when that child grows up, now we're gonna have Michael Jackson kids walking around. We don't know them children. Them children don't look like your parents and your grandparents. That's the problem. We erasing our
Thank
blackness
you.
because we feel like wealth and happiness is attributed to whiteness when and nothing attributed to whiteness. I mean, whiteness to black people have been nothing but hurt and lies and everything behind it. Like, come on. How do you feel like when you get rich, your trophy is to get something white? Get a white man, a white woman, and a white child. I'm just
Fact.
over it.
I'm glad you said that. I telling people, I said these brothers, for those who do tip out and go to the other side and say black women ain't ish and all that and all, all the negative talk. I said if you talk bad about a black woman, you talking bad about your mom. Yeah, I ain't gonna steal the glory from that. Somebody posted that, but yeah, and a
Yes.
lot of people,
Well, the other reason that they do it is not to save themselves because they're dying out. That's the only thing I'm
Yes,
seeing.
you're right, Lynn, and nobody wants to talk about that because they censor the airways, they censor everything. They are dying out. Biden said it. That's why we had this influx when he said America is doomed. America is doomed, not because
yeah,
this and
it
that.
is.
And then next thing you know, they opened the border to get the closest white looking black people they could. The people of color. They ain't care if they murderers and rapists and stuff like that. They just did not want to stand by another black person that holds as much power as them. And that's the problem. This is why you have no black NFL owners. This or
And
the majority of them are all white.
that should really be what makes people think get together, pool our resources, get some land, build communities, get away from these people. My mind is boggled. Since 2020, all I want to do is separate. I'm not thinking about none of this other crap. Get it together, people. Get your money. If you don't want to go with us, you have so many other people who are doing the same thing, building communities amongst ourselves.
But that's the problem. We need to build communities, but we have to have the black people that don't want to destroy each other. That are tired of the gangster rap. You got, I think, what I forgot what rapper
Hey,
came on
hey,
and
hold on.
saying,
Hold your thought. When we
okay,
were talking about the interracial day, hey, can you put the fair use, or we just say fair use take on YouTube? But can you put that fair use thing up? Fair act. I'm gonna play something real quick, okay? So check this out.
okay, yeah.
This is an infamous video. A while back. It's kind of old, but this brother was just interviewing like a YT woman and asking them, who you prefer, a black man or white guy. Listen what she said. All right, y'all might. Oops, hold on, y'all.
You elaborate as to why specifically black guys? Yes, black guys are melanated, and I want my children to survive. And I know that the only way for them to survive in the future is for them to have melanin in their skin. So that's the way for me to, make my legacy continue. Okay, I like that answer. That's actually a really unique answer.
Yeah, y'all heard that?
It exactly,
Exactly.
EAs. That's why they always had one black person. When they say that the Queen Elizabeth and the royal family, they always had that
When
one
they
black
started,
person. Because if you go back to slavery, they did not know how we got melanin.
yeah,
And then they did everything. They ate us, they taste us, they did everything to get our melanin. And they found out, aha, we get one person have a baby, and then that melanin is passed down because they're all about survival.
exactly. Exactly. And she said it. This is a real video. The white girl just said it. Like, hey, we need to survive. I lay up and get some ninja juice of me and have a baby, and hopefully he don't be too dark. But you know, we can kind of have some
They
of the brick
don't need to
babies.
survive. They've been
But
here long enough. Their time is up.
exactly. That's why they hate us, because our melanin makes us survive. Our melanin, that's why we need to know STEM and science and understand what these people are. They're looking for dark matter. They out in space. They have to, that we need to understand why they hate us and why we survive and why we are able to stand in the sun and why they used us. I'm not saying some black people can't, but a lot of our melanin been mixed. But all this mess about where they got us now is that they have changed what racism is. It's beyond me to hear black people saying you're being racist. Okay, when did I hold back a whole generation of people so that I could put my people first? Because I thought that's
Exactly.
what racism was.
Exactly. We don't control no institutions. We don't control nothing. We can be bigots, but we can't be racist. They need to get that. They need to get that
That's
right.
what we have to start with legislation, because everything is in the talk. Everything is in the words of power. And that's why why would you think that they want to change what racism is if it wasn't the words? They want to change it so that that's why they changed what the original black people was. We arguing that we not the Indians, but they changed us from Indian to people of color to this to that. That's the whole point. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, that's why they changed everything. They changed everything from people of color to then now we're African American. Why? Because words mean power. Because now you can go back and put these white people face in front of the Indians. Now they take racism and put white people face in front of racism, and now they're victims of racism. The shit makes no sense. And we keep playing this damn game. That's the legislation that we need to be pushing, first of all, with the words that use.
And stop
Because
using the word woke. We tired of them using the woke.
yes,
Yeah. I'm so tired of that. The woke mob. You know, Hannity be saying that. The Republic, oh, it's the woke mob. Man, we using woke
they
back in the
listen
early
to
80s.
us and steal our words and then
Yep.
turn it to something bad. And then, it makes no sense. So what we need to do, we really need legislation, but we need legislation in a way where stop saying racism and let's define what racism is. Just like they have anti-Semitism or whatever, you can't say nothing about a religious people who
The small hats.
denies that black people can be small hats too. We can't even say the word Jew. Look at how much power they have had in the words that you cannot say.
Exactly.
So, but we freely let them say Nigg.
Yeah, we gotta say YT on TikTok and all that crap, but we can say black and ninja all day. You're right. Because we
Exactly.
don't have no code of conduct.
And that's what we need to establish. Like, I don't care where you at, who you are, black people, we need to establish. Stop trying to conform to whiteness with calling other black people racist. We don't never see white people being shot down by the police at a high number rate. I'm not saying they don't get shot and beat, but we don't see it. Look at the black man that just was beat by
Yep. I was just about to
14
say
white
that. Yeah.
people.
That's crazy, man. That was unacceptable. But yeah, I didn't get a
It's
chance
been
to,
unacceptable, but they
yeah,
wouldn't have done it if they hadn't done it before. And then they was
exactly.
bold enough to do it with their cameras on. Why?
That was in New York, correct? Up at
Yes.
correct.
It was in
Rest in
yes.
peace to that brother.
Yeah,
It,
upstate.
yes. And then just like the brother with that got choked in the train. What was the white dude that just got off with his name? Daniel Penny.
Penny.
Daniel
Mm-hmm.
Penny, that the
And
so-called Marine, they
and
can't
then
put down a man.
See how they use the black man? Well, what was his family when he did this to women? What he did? He was on the streets just like the white people that's being released, just like the white people Biden pardon. Remember the judge who sold kids for profit? He's pardoned, and the white woman who stole so much money from her community that was a governor or mayor. You know, it's like they justify killing us and doing things because they can bring up our past, but then they cover up their past with snowflakes. Oh, they did this, they did
Facts.
that. They always have a way where they can be rehabilitated, but we always are left at the bottom where it's okay to unalive us or kill us.
Yeah. No lies detected there.
So we
Yeah.
do need a bill of protection against the systemic racism. And then people like, oh, it's 2020. Well, I guess we're going in 2025. And black people are so tired. Like I said, they done beat the fight out of us. You got our kids growing up and just saying, well, just don't say nothing. It was our parents at first, our grandparents that wouldn't fight back. And now it's us telling our kids, well, don't say that about white people. We all together, and then you see black people cheesing like a motherfucker with white people in their family. First of all, you could be white in my family, but you're gonna be unmotherfucking comfortable.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, it's gonna have to. I mean, yeah, man, we just gotta. Yeah, like I said, we just need to focus on what we need to do and stuff. Yeah, like I say, it's so much going on at the end of the year. Like I say, this next 4 years is gonna be. We'll see. The thing about it, when Trump is gone, we'll be talking about him real quick. When he's gone, that's it. Who else they gonna use to make excuse for? Like they're gonna find some kind of boogeyman. They don't realize them 4 years gonna go by quick. And when he out, he can't run no more. So it's like, what are you gonna who you gonna blame now? I think we play the victim card too much. Some of us, I'm sick and tired of it. Like, what are you doing? You know the situation. Okay, now let's go back to the having legislation and stuff like that. We got to start on a local level. We got to build our people up. We got to get black people who's solid grassroots to become like city councilman, then move up to being a senator and congressman. And
You
then
only
once they
had
get it,
one. It's Marcel
The
Dixon so
problem
far.
is
yeah,
we
but
get that
he
all the
stepped out because he
time,
didn't get no
B-Maze.
funding,
The
huh?
problem is we got the black people that run all the time. It's just that when they get in that seat, Maxine Waters,
Oh yeah, them
Al
old
Sharpton, it's
fossils.
just that when they funnel through the tunnel of when they get through the tunnel, when they get through the through over the gun line, boss, they turn around and next thing you know, they crossing their legs and sipping their tea and eating
Yep,
their tarts with the white folks. The
facts.
problem is to get their mind steady. But once the white people get them over there, they like, here, taste this water, drink this tea, like
Like
on
man,
Get
ice is
Out.
colder.
Exactly. Stop drinking the damn water, and either you gonna be for it, and then you got people that act like they fight. And look at Sonny Holston and AOC and all them. How are they? We love the View. Whoopi Goldberg ain't representing us, but you got the main characters on the View. Sonny Holston and what is the other Latino name?
Yeah, I ain't
Now
talking about
Latinos represent black people. Now Latinos
exactly,
sitting up there talking about the oppression and racism. When did we see Latinos being hung from trees? When did
is
Latinos work the fields? So
exactly.
why is you talking to me, Sonny? Why is you talking to me?
Exactly, because it makes it seem like we equal. It's nothing equal about this country. Nothing. This country been more. It's so segregated. Yeah, it's just split. It's like there's so much division in this country. They blaming this person blaming this person, Democrat, Republican blaming this person. At the end of the day, um,
if
it's a
if
problem.
let yeah, if Latinos were struggling so much, how come you can use your own language? How come nobody
Exactly.
ain't if you so much black, how come you got your own grocery stores, your own bus stations, your own when we call the phone line, it tells us do we want to speak English or Latino basically. How come you
Yeah.
got all that? So stop standing on our backs, piggybacking off of the black struggle. So what black people need to do is stop that saying, I'm not a victim. Yes, the fuck y'all are,
Yep.
because that's why your kids can't get a chance. And then just because you send your kids to a white school, and then because your kids got to act white, talk white, and do this and dress the way white people want them, you feel like hey, we all got an equal opportunity. Well, we got the opportunity to conform to whiteness, or do I have the opportunity to be my black ass self? Explain to me. How is that an opportunity? It's like we don't sit down and think. What we as black people need to do is stop buying, stop shopping, and start thinking. Look at the NBA, WNBA, where the white woman come on there and now she's on Time Magazine. She's getting this and that. And then you got Morgan, what's her name? Kelly, talking about she had to apologize for being white. And then they talking about she's the best basketball player. And everybody like, okay, she came up because if it wasn't for black women fighting for a chance to play basketball, her white ass wouldn't be there. Do y'all
Facts.
know who I'm talking about? The white woman, the white girl, all of a sudden coming, and then they talking about, oh, she's bringing money. Now white people
Oh, you
want to
talking
pour
about
into it.
Caitlin Clay? God, what's her name? Caitlin.
Yeah,
Caitlin
they
Clark.
gave
Caitlin
her
Clark.
the
Yeah, Caitlin
put
Clark.
her
Yeah.
on Time Magazine, gave her the Play of the
Mm-hmm.
Year. She getting all these accolades when black women been there.
She the Great White Hope, and she come out of Iowa.
Caitlin Clark.
Yep.
Ronald said Caitlin Clark.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, it's okay. And then when and then what's her name? Megan Kelly said, well, then she had to apologize and said that she wanted to give thanks to all the black women that led the way. They always have this attitude. Don't
Stop
we
it.
gotta learn this? Black women did lead the way, or her white ass wouldn't be in the league. And I don't feel like she's better than all the black people there. It's just it's just like when we do a dance. Black people normally dance, so it's nothing. But when a white person dance and they could do it like a black person, they
Oh,
because it's
game
not
over.
normal.
And don't let a
It's
white
not
girl have.
normal.
And
Remember
don't,
the movie White Men Can't Jump? It wasn't normal for white
Mhm.
men to play basketball like black men. It's not normal for white women to play basketball. So it looks like she stands out, but she's not better. That's my problem.
Mhm. Facts. Yeah, that's the way. That's how the ball bounces. That's what they say.
Yeah. And then they talking about she built the league, she brought money, and they was like she was filling
Oh,
seats because they wasn't there. What black people need to do is when you get rich, stop living like you got white wealth. The problem
yeah.
with white people is that they spend money, millions of dollars because they got millions coming back in. When we get $1 million, we trying to live the lifestyle that they live and keep up with it. Well, we'll stomp on our own people. You don't have to have them $10 million mansions. You don't have to have everything to look nice. You don't have to pay for $1,000 plates when the same damn meat costs $100 somewhere else. You don't have to spend your money like them. The problem is we need to be building generational wealth, not spending it like we got generational wealth to lean on. And that's the problem with rich black people. So in 2025, we holding up a mirror to our people. You might not like us, but it's time for us to call each other out because we ain't gonna get nowhere. We don't call our white folks. We know what white folks have done. We know what the Latinos have done. But when the fuck we gonna say about ourselves? When we gonna hold that mirror up?
Boom. I got hold yourself accountable. That's what it's all about. You don't hold yourself accountable, and others around your circle hold each other accountable. We don't get nowhere. That's just the way it is. Like I said, we ain't going. That's my we ain't going back. No, we ain't going back to how we used to think. We used to think like slaves, pretty much. And then with the civil rights bill, it did its thing, but now it's time to revamp that thing, man. That thing that ship sailed a long time ago. So yeah, people don't take us serious. They like, man, y'all ain't gonna do that. Y'all just talking. Even the other black YouTubers, a lot of them just talking. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what are the action? Cover a few things, but you know, if they help
We
our
need
people,
something national. We
yeah,
all
we
our
do.
black YouTubers, everybody black that has their own little corner. Everybody black need to stop beefing with each other, and we need to have a national black YouTube association. We need to have a national black something for each other. We need to lay aside our beefs and respect each other for being each other. Because if we all saying that we want something for our people, we can't outdo it. That goes from all the black beefs that we done had. If we all standing for the same thing, then we should be fighting for the same thing. We just hold our tongues because white folks, they claim that all of them not racist, but they all benefit off of racism and they damn sure don't beat on each other for being racist. They don't stop each other. You don't see white folks arguing with each other. Even if they hate it, they do it behind closed doors. Because they know in the end what's going to benefit their children. We need to start thinking about our future and start having a way to stick together. And we have black people, like you said, locally. And we need to start telling these people that run and asking for black votes, what are you gonna do for the black community? And we ain't playing with you no more. Look at all these sellouts. Look at the mayor in Chicago still fighting black people. You don't gave away all black people money. You raising taxes and stuff, and you still arguing that you want to give more money to the immigrants.
Yeah, he's
It's
an
time.
idiot. He's done. They already said in Chicago. They're in Chicago red. That whole movement big up there. He's done. He know it. He used to be a school teacher. Go back to teaching guy.
He wanna please because he get that little money. Let me read some comments. It said, because the truth is America will fall if we are not here. We are a great people. Exactly. That's why we said let Rome fall. That's why they block us. If you type hashtag let Rome fall and watch, they won't let you put it up because they don't want us to walk away. They don't want us to just do the Amish way and walk away from these communities. They want us to go, ooh, that's shiny. Ooh, that's nice. Nike, Gucci, ooh, Chanel, ooh, this, that. They got us all over the place that we can't focus on ourselves. Stuff that's what did those that believe in the
How
Bible.
to sell to the Negro.
Yes. What is it? What is being in vain? You going after vain things that mean nothing and do nothing. Your pride should be worth more than that Gucci belt. Your pride and your people should be worth more than that Chanel purse. Your pride and your
Facts.
people should be worth more than to sit at the table among the demons and the devils who will destroy your seeds. Where they don't want you to implant your seed as black men and another black woman. They'd rather you take your seed and plant it in the white ground so that you can so that you can help yourself erase your people. I'm not saying nothing about interracial marriage, but a lot of this interracial stuff is because of racism.
Facts. And you cooking. You are cooking. I
Now,
can
DJ Black 909 said we don't all have to like each other and be friends, but we need to stand together on code, hang together or hang separate. Exactly, because that's what was
love it.
doing. That's why our black people was in trees and they didn't mind hanging us because a crowd of black people wasn't gonna come hang nobody that looked like them. What they say, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. That's what we need to be on. They say our black votes are not free. But again, we're gonna get up out of here. Like I said, 2025, what are we gonna take with us? Because just like D May said, Mind Game said, Trump is gonna be out in 4 years. We need to get on Trump. We need to get on this train. We need to get in legislation. We need to start talking to the black people that's in office. We need to start pulling off the KKK hoods and sheets because a lot of it under there are other black people. I land my plane.
Oh yeah. Like I said, so we touched on Kamala Trump. Immigration, we hear it real quick. I know we ain't gonna be here too long, but immigration, yeah, illegal immigrants, you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like we need if we're gonna have immigrants around us that's black, we need the Dr. Benz, we need the Stokely Carmichaels, them brothers that was really supporting black Americans and us working together so we can really make power moves. But if you ain't really an ally of us, we not messing with you. We're not trying to be like the other YouTubers. We just keep it real. We need to focus on what we need to do. Don't get caught. There's gonna be a lot of propaganda, a lot of BS out there tomorrow and the rest of this year. It's always gonna be some kind of smoke and mirrors out there. We just need black folks should not even engage in none of that stuff at all. But I know I'm preaching to the choir because, like I said, you tell black people not to go spend their money on Gucci, Fendi, and all that, and there they go. I bet you most of the Christmas gifts was those type Gucci and all that. I guarantee you, well, a lot of these women and men even got. And it's sad that we say support each other. I start talking about how high stuff is. But what I don't get, you go buy a Coach bag for $400-$500, but I sell mine for $200 something, and it's too high. That makes no sense. Make it make sense to me. It just don't make sense. It's crazy, I land my plane.
We appreciate you all. I see you, Psycho. Cute.
Peace,
I'm gonna
what's
be doing
up?
some individual videos. I got it. I got my individual videos coming. And Happy New Year's to you, Ronald.
Oh yeah, Happy New Year,
And
y'all.
thank
Happy
you,
New Year.
DJ Black, for sharing it and sharing this live because we need to get this message out. And
Yeah.
y'all can
Go
go.
to
We're revamping the United Empires of Akebelon website. We
mm-hmm.
have the other website, Good Morning from Africatown, LA, which is GMFATLA You can go over there. And we got some new stuff coming for y'all in
Exactly.
2025. But we're gonna get really serious, and we want to, get out in the streets and move around some, talk to some black people and get the message out that we need to be looking after us.
Yeah, make a
Everybody
power
else looks
move.
after us, and we are kind of like the pepper that's sprayed on everybody else's food. We flavoring everybody. We the saviors of the earth, and we're flavoring everybody else and bringing everybody else up. And we somehow are taught to ignore ourselves, and that if we want to separate or we want something for ourselves, we're wrong. But you can go out and see the Latino community, the Asian
Mhm.
community, the Jewish community, which are white people who are Jewish. That's a religion, just like you got Christians, but everybody got theirs except for us.
Exactly. And black people support each other this year. I mean, another thing too, start promoting positive images, y'all, on your Facebook, Instagram, X, whatever.
Yes.
Start promoting positive. I'm not gonna post nothing. I know I do entertainment on my thing, but I never post nothing negative when But I'm just saying, like, if I'm talking about entertainment news, that's different. But I'm trying to pull away from that, be more serious, and just promoting the positive stuff we're doing in our community because we got enough of that going on already. They're trying to revamp World Star. I think it's still back out. I know the guy that passed away who started, but I think somebody revamped it and they put more BS out there. And we gotta stop playing into that, y'all. No more feeding the world. Exactly. You gotta stop feeding the machine. We gotta stop feeding this machine, the propaganda machine. Like I said, we gotta get people. If you're an ally, we cool. We'll work with you, but we can't really waste no more time. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot got going on in the ULA. We're gonna be doing a lot of big things going forward. So,
Mhm.
like I said, revamping the website. Y'all go to the website and stuff, support it, tell other people about it. You know what I'm saying? That's only we're gonna make the thing happen. You can't do nothing by yourself, man. It's gonna take a team. Black people don't have the capital to move like other people. It's impossible.
Exactly.
In practice
We would have
individualism,
the
you can do it.
capital if people got together and listened to what we're saying. Black people have money, they just need to pool it together with like minded
But
individuals.
but we
We could do
practice
this.
but we practice individualism. That's a council that we're gonna have to cut out
That we
because we
need a
don't
we
we
need
don't
a dictionary book, like you said, black individualism. We need a list of stuff that black people need to stop doing. That's what we need to put out. We need
exactly. So
to
we'll put it
eh,
on
eh,
the on the
we
website,
need to
right?
put it
Yeah.
out and hand it out and print
Yeah.
it out and hand it out and
Yep.
post it, and let's see if other black YouTubers are posted, because we all need to get a clue to get together.
Exactly. Because another thing I want to say before we got here, I
Uh-huh.
challenge everybody to do something in your community. Everybody going to play their part. Everybody in the chat, there are people outside of the chat who go back and watch this replay. I challenge y'all to do something as individuals. You know what I'm saying? If you're a guy, mentor a young boy, or if you're a woman, mentor a young girl, but still do something in your community. Because if we're not doing anything in our community, we just doing a bunch of talking like most of the other black YouTubers out there.
Exactly. And
You
then
have a point
post,
there.
let us know. Let us know what you're doing. I don't care if it's just that if you go out there and teach a young guy how to
This
cut
shit,
the yard, if you're doing something for another black person,
exactly,
please know that it's being done. I don't advertise a lot that I do, but with my the stuff I do, I be done helped a lot of black people. I don't care if I got a job, I can just say, hey, I done put money in their pocket. Mind Games have a nonprofit. He gets some young boys out there, but we really need to do something that focuses on us together. You know that. Like I was telling Pablo, Mind Games, the boys that you have out there cleaning up, okay, they clean up, but we need some incentives where they can get some STEM treatment. I mean treatment, some STEM education, science, technology, engineering, and math. We need to, we if our kids were busy doing other stuff, our kids wouldn't be busy unaliving and destroying their communities. So we really need to just get together, and if you got an idea what we can do for our kids, our people, let's come together. Cause like y'all said, it takes a village. It takes more. And I land my plane.
I agree
facts.
100%.
And I know that DJ Black 909 said that this is not his New Year's in March. Yes, we all know that. And that's something that we need to do. I mean, we don't always I stop arguing with my people about holidays because we in America. If we in China, they have theirs. Okay, let America have their holidays, just like Mind Game said. Just when you give Christmas gifts, give something from the heart. My daughter bought a house. You know, let's take out of buying gifts just so that we can say, hey, I bought you this $100 Gucci and stuff. So I'm trying to work with our people, but there's other things that we can celebrate. Let's start trying to celebrate the holiday on March. Let's teach our people that, because we're not going to erase American standards, but we can do better with each other. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I decided this year I'm drawing a line in the sand. I'm trying to basically pick and choose my battles with my people.
Exactly.
That's where I'm at. So
And there's a
y'all have a
oh yeah.
beautiful, blessed night. Go ahead,
Oh yeah.
my game.
One more thing I'm gonna say, it was a sister that was on TikTok. She did she's pretty famous. She's a doctor. She said she was doing first class on the plane. She saw this girl, this sister, this lady, a sister and her daughter, and the daughter was came by. Her daughter was like, yeah, why she sitting up in the front, like, first class? And mom said, well, after people got money. And she heard the girl said it, and she said, hey, she asked the mom, if you don't mind, I can come up and have my seat. And she was saying, basically what she was saying, that black people need to start creating our own black privilege. Like, you see me doing well, I'm gonna give it to you, and then you pass it on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, and I said, that's a good idea. So she said, well, we need to start doing that. If we can help a black person out, do that. Let them know, look, you got black privilege. If I got resources, like for instance, we in our family house down here in Georgia, we had to do some repairs of our house. Like 60 years old, my dad had it built when he was 22 for my grandmother. So of course, house get old, stuff start tearing up. So we got, instead of going paying a bunch of contract, where we had black contractors come in, like today, starting to redo the porch and stuff like that. Because people we know, like my partners got partners they know, and they all went in and they took care of it. You know what I'm saying? So for a little or nothing. So that's the type of stuff we got. That's black privilege. You know what I'm saying? Giving resources, create our own resources, and connect with black people, helping each other out, like the barter system and stuff. So yeah, I want to throw that out though. I land my plane.
That's what it's about. Like Ronald said, no more silly arguments. And like DJ said, if I could have convinced more slaves that they were slaves, I could have freed thousands more. Harriet Tubman. And then I see what he said. We should celebrate
Facts.
Kwanzaa anyway. We messed our minds up with this white man's holiday, which it's not the mind messed up, because see, like I was telling Queen Angie on before, I'm gonna just stop trying to put down our people, because we ain't messed up. It's just that we haven't learned other stuff. You see what I'm saying? And so what we have to do is, I wanted to put it upon myself, is because every time we so busy with the hustle and bustle, by the time Kwanzaa get up, which was created by a black dude to, because black people couldn't afford Christmas and stuff, so he tried to come up with a way to have us have our own celebration, and we should respect that. And so I want to we need to start talking about Kwanzaa early so that we could be prepared, just like Christmas, we're prepared for it. The problem is we're prepared for other holidays and we are not prepared for our own. And that's because a lot of our people don't understand it. Because I can be honest, I use myself. You got Kwanzaa and Hanukkah. I didn't know it was a difference until I learned later. You see what I'm saying? So we just really got to educate our people. Once we start getting more and more educated, we'll see more change. Just like now, like I was saying, Queen Angie before, this year showed us that black people finally gave the Democrats the boot. Not saying we went better, but at least they did not fall. Predominantly did not fall for the Democratic um game. And I think with the mind open, we could do more. So shout out to our black people. And yes, DJ, we're not gonna, all skin folk ain't kin folk. When we start teaching people, when we start getting out there, we just gotta look over those that don't want to learn, because we can't spend energy fighting with black people who are stuck like a tree in their own space. So we just have to look over those black people that want to be in that same space and start raising the children and dealing with the people that want change. That's why you see that movie that I always talk about, 300, because everybody else wasn't equipped for this battle. And I land my plane. Do y'all have anything else to
Oh
say
yeah,
before we get up out of here?
I'm good, man. Just like I said, just be constructive out here. Don't repeat the same thing we've been doing. That's pretty much it. And Happy New Year. Well, New
we
Year,
have
not New
to
Year's, New Year, they say.
we got to relearn and unlearn a lot of stuff.
Exactly.
Facts.
So y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. Thank y'all for listening to the conversation. Thank you for sharing. And we'll be back. Yeah.
Yes, peace.
Peace.
Good night.